Hello everybody, Mr. Storm here. Welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4, the Africa campaign, featuring the modern day 4 mod. In the last episode, we began prep work for the invasion of the mainland United States. We finished our island hopping in the Caribbean, at least this island chain anyway. And we noticed that our newest transport aircraft have significantly more range than I had anticipated, and we can reach Florida all the way from Venezuela. Or is this Colombia? I think this was Colombia. And this is Venezuela. Yes. Okay. So we've set everything up. We've moved the fleet here to prepare to try to hold the Caribbean for our other ground forces that cannot be airdropped. So they're moving into position. There's going to be these two divisions primarily. Not divisions, armies. These two armies primarily along with our paratrooper armies. And I think that's actually all we're going to need. Because I did a little bit of looking around here. And there are a few details. Actually, I'm going to unpause it for just a second to let the game kind of calculate a little bit. If we look at the United States, and we look at their troop numbers, they have at most 57 divisions remaining. From the couple of hundred, I think, that they originally had. So we have just absolutely destroyed most of the American ground army. In fact, we have more divisions in our initial air invasion force than the entire American army at the moment. And if we look at the actual manpower numbers, they've lost 1.85 million men. Their fielded manpower is at most 521,000. We have 1.9 million fielded manpower at the moment. So I don't think we really need to hesitate. I think we're just going to go straight for the kill shot here for the United States. We're going to land on the mainland and just push north and try and knock them out of this fight. Because if we can get established in Florida, push out of the peninsula, then we've won. They don't have enough force to stop us. And if I can get these armies across the Caribbean, that just guarantees it. There's nothing they're going to be able to do. So, we're going to go for it. It's going to let the game run for a little bit. Now, we do need to actually let these guys move into position for the airdrop, because not everybody's actually in these invasion plans yet. I did adjust this one air invasion, because I had them landing a little bit further north. I felt that wasn't a good idea. I wanted to keep everybody together, because they could potentially get surrounded and isolated if we don't advance into Miami fast enough. So these guys are going to help protect the northern flank. The infantry and the armor, or the mechanized and the armored, are going to try and take Miami. Secure the port. Once we have the port, we can begin marching north. And once we, again, are into the Florida Panhandle and Georgia area, the front will be wide enough that we can bring in the rest of the army and just basically roll up the U.S. And then once the U.S. is rolled up and Canada's knocked out of the picture, then it's on to Europe. And Europe is just not even really going to be much of a thing, I don't think. The Brits have 10 divisions. The French have a dozen divisions. The Spanish have maybe a dozen divisions. The Portuguese have one. The Germans have a dozen divisions. So, yeah, I'm not really sure how much of a fight Europe is going to be able to put up. 5 divisions. Maybe a dozen divisions. Italy has 2 divisions. So, yeah. This is just about over, I hope. Alright, so let's go ahead and get everybody here onto those air invasions. Oh, we have unassigned divisions. Ah, our new garrisons. Okay. We're gonna create a new army for them. I'll create a commander for them. And I'll give them the order, well, assign them to this guy. Give them the order to garrison there. They just need to hold the coast. And as we get the rest of those new units, we'll send them over there. Just to keep anything from happening over there. Alright, we sunk USS Donald Cook. Convoys. Yep. Let's see, what's the British fleet look like? 49 to 61 ships. Their fleet could still give us some trouble, but I think that we have enough force now to deal with it. Were we making those subs? Yes, we are making those subs. Okay. Our first diesel-electric submarines. They're kind of old diesel-electrics, too. Not some of the newer ones. Like the, I think the Swedish have a very interesting submarine. I think it uses Stirling engines. And, it was actually able to slip past most of the U.S. Navy and hit a U.S. aircraft carrier with simulated torpedoes during a war game and sink it. Virtually, of course. Alright. Not everybody's there yet. There we go. Alright. Are you ready for this? How's the air war look? Alright, we have... Our planes have this locked down. There's no enemy fighters in these zones. That's going to change as soon as we land. We don't have the range to cover the air. And we're suggestions to probably take these islands or take Guantanamo Bay. I don't think we're going to need it. If we can take an airfield in Florida, that's all we're going to need. So it's about hitting them hard and hitting them fast. So, let's initiate the invasion. Oh, of course, the actual... No, the battle plans are there. Okay, all of our troops are there. So then what we need is we need to grab our guys and get them supplying. There's no defenders in Miami. Oh, that's beautiful. Perfect. Well, there's no defenders there yet. We're taking a good long time getting there. It's going to take us 7 days to get to Miami. Driving through the Everglades. Looks like we're going to take Tampa. There's something there, but it's not actually in the city. Yep, there's those planes. I expect them to reposition their aircraft. I should have everybody on aggressive. Oh, there we go. Miami is ours. Redirect everybody to the new front line. Let's get rid of that battle plan. Set everybody to new assault orders. Mobile to Charleston should be perfect. There we go. Initiate. And everybody is on aggressive. Yes. Okay. Alright, we have a airborne infantry that's shown up to contest us. New MRLS. Alright, you guys, get over there. Alright, what do we need? We're good here. Mounted ATGMs. We're working on those utility vehicles. We have the self-propelled artillery, we have the MLRS. We're working on this stuff. We're working on the carriers. We're working on submarines. Missile subs? I'm not sure the missile subs actually do anything. Nice range, anti-air, naval firepower. I mean, how does that compare to, say, a normal just attack sub? They're much more visible. They have better fire range. Yeah, not going to worry about them right now. Attack helicopters are done. Most of the aircraft are done. Close air supports are being worked on. What we should probably do is get our own IFVs. Let's go ahead and start working on those. Do we have an airport yet? No, there's the airport. There's no airport in Miami? That's interesting. I think we could appropriate a civilian airport like Miami-Dade International. Or any of the other small municipal airports. Oh well. Alright, we're about to get ourselves our first airfield, and then we're going to move our planes over. There we are. Okay, so we have 500 capacity. Saudi Arabia already has 24 fighters. Way to be on the ball there. Let's see. I'm probably going to want to send the Black Panthers, the Black Mambas, and the Lions to there. Get them up over here. We don't need these guys in that zone anymore. And then we're going to send these attack helicopters and those attack helicopters. Sorry, Saudis, but I kind of need that airport. Alright. Botswana election. We sunk a guided missile corvette off the coast of Chile. Very good. Speaking of... the primary fleet... they're still banged up. They're still pretty badly banged up. I'm having them set to do not engage. We're going to go for convoy escort. Or we would go for convoy escort. There we go. And then we're going to send over the tanks. And hope they make it. Actually, I may go ahead and put them on engage. We're all in on this right now. Yes, I know I have large ships on low health. I'm very, very well aware of that fact. Alright, easily sunk that guided missile corvette. Alright, there's the mechanized. There's the armor. Once those guys are on dry land, we're getting the fleet out of Dodge. Now, since these guys are on aggressive, they should continue to push beyond their assigned lines. So they should keep driving. Alright. Mechanized are almost there. All but one. Bingo. Alright, mechanized are on the ground. Push north. I'm going to go ahead and make sure you're on aggressive. Go as soon as you arrive. Alright, armor is on the ground. Same deal, you're set to aggressive. Give them an attack order. Tell them to go for it as soon as they arrive. We have more of these guys. Alright, good. Alright, both of our forces are on the ground. First carrier group. Wow, that's only a 2. 5 or 10. For Brunswick. Oh, flip them to do not engage. Disengage. Though we do actually have, ooh, we sunk the Dwight D. Eisenhower. USS Bataan. A cruiser. USS Mississippi. Well, they pushed their fleet out into combat while it was badly damaged. Well, to be fair, so did I. Alright. USS Buffalo, USS Dallas, USS Mississippi, and USS Charlotte have all been sunk. Dwight D. Eisenhower, as we noticed, USS Monterey, and USS Bataan have been sunk. We sunk USS Toledo. Good. Alright, more military factories. We are going to continue to pour these into aircraft, I think. Close air support, I'm guessing. We sunk USS Missouri. You know what? Go ahead and engage. You're doing so well. Let's just go for it. There you go. I think that's the last of those new divisions. We sunk a frigate. We sunk the USS John P. Murtha. We sunk a guided missile cruiser, a nuclear attack submarine, a guided missile destroyer. Oh, they must have been hanging out down here, and he drove through my my maritime patrol kill zone. Guided missile frigates. I mean, we lost some planes, but, I mean, the amount of damage we did was substantial. We're down a couple of destroyers. We're taking some losses. But we are inflicting them in return. Okay, now might be a good idea to issue that disengage order. Alright, how are the ground troops doing? So far, so good. And as I suspected, they just don't have enough troops to stop us. Oh. Whew. Man, this is going to be one major naval after-action report. Holy cow. I think we just sunk the American Navy. Like, the entire American Navy just got sunk. Yep. We're losing destroyers, but I can take lost destroyers. I mean, we lost a bunch of cruisers, but you know, that is all right. You guys stop engaging, and let's take a look at what we got. We lost the Accra again. Sunk by USS Louisville. We lost 2 guided missile cruisers. We lost 8 frigates, C and B class. We lost 8 destroyers. One of our old 1965 destroyers was in there. Huh. We lost 36 planes. We sunk 29 nuclear submarines. I don't even, all those we lost. We sunk 2 missile subs. Georgia, Michigan. We sunk 7 aircraft carriers. The George H.W. Bush, the George Washington, the Carl Vinson, Abraham Lincoln, the Harry S. Truman, the Theodore Roosevelt, and the John C. Stennis. We sunk 6 amphibious transport decks, 11 guided missile cruisers, 2 frigates, 3 landing helicopter assault ships, 19 destroyers. There's the list. And 1 guided missile corvette, and we shot down 57 aircraft. But those 7 aircraft carriers are the big prize in that bunch. All right. We need to do some research. I'm not exactly sure. Oh, I know it finished. We finished new air superiority fighters. These guys. I say we work on APCs. And I also say we go ahead and we swap out our production. And we... do we want to make the UAVs? You know what? Let's go ahead and make the UAVs. Let's put a whole bunch of factories into those. As we overrun them. We may need to reorganize this front at some point, just to make sure that everything gets covered properly. Alright, what is the US's progress towards capitulation? 21%. The US is probably going to be a difficult beast to knock down. Lots of victory points spread out across the entire country, so just taking the capital isn't going to matter all that much. Yeah, so Washington, D.C. is only worth 10 points. Philadelphia is worth 10 points. So yeah, we're going to have to take pretty much the entire eastern seaboard and most of the country, probably. Alright, I wonder if we shouldn't risk bringing over some more troops. I don't know if they're going to be executing any... I mean, they are apparently planning naval invasions. But, yeah. The Marines. Alright, here's the plan. Marines, delete your orders. I want the Marines to take up garrison over here. Alright. You guys delete your orders and congregate at a port. We're going to send over the regular infantry. To provide a little extra push for the push up the eastern seaboard. We still have a lot of badly damaged ships. How long is it going to take these guys to repair? February of 2047, still going to take a long time. Alright, so we have the new top-end cruisers. Let's actually create a variant for them. Let's improve their radar. Let's improve their missiles. And give... No, radar and missiles should be fine. I'm not sure what I'm going to call them right now, but we'll go ahead and do that. Put them in the Naval Reserve. Tell them to do that infinitely. Fill the, fill all of the naval dockyards. 7.29 per year. That's pretty good. Now, the Naval Reserve, you are set to do not engage. Ah, we have some subs. We've taken Norfolk, Virginia. Head there. We are building new aircraft carriers, right? Yes. The 2015 CVs. Air is pretty good. I mean, that's pretty much most of the American Air Force over there right now. Are there any enemy aircraft? Yes, there are enemy aircraft here. Can I move more forces into this? Probably taking everything we have. Just to replenish these guys. Yeah. Can't really afford to move more planes. Probably should... Perhaps we should make sure that we have some self-propelled AA. Alright, so there's Naval Reserve. Let's actually split off all guided missile destroyers and frigates. Make sure you guys are not engaging and have them head down there. Some replenishment. merge them in. Good. Alright, infantry. Alright, let's do this again. Convoy escort. And tell these guys to come across. Let's see if the American Navy is willing to give it another go. Can you guys actually maybe move north a little bit further? Alright, those guys are redeploying. Good, 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 good. Alright, but I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, we're going to end this episode here. Things are proceeding fairly well. I may have to tell these guys to stop for a minute because they're stretching their lines a little bit too far. So yeah, I'm probably going to have to tell these guys to stop and reorganize a little bit. And then we'll continue our push. So what I think we want to do is we actually want to probably hold a line here and then just push north. Push through the eastern seaboard, push through the Rust Belt here into Canada, take most of eastern Canada, and then just kind of march our armies west and hopefully capitulate the United States and Canada, and then we can bring the focus on Europe. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.